Hey everybody, my buddy Brian Duchesne kind of frantically texted me last night that he might go shoot a competition and he doesn't have a fucking clue if stuff he has is any good or what he needs. So I figured this will be like easiest way. I have a couple of similar videos, but this will be like a easiest way to show you don't need that much to go shoot a competition. First off, let's separate the two major pistol shooting competitions. We're gonna stay away from three gun. That's a completely different ball game. We'll concentrate on USPSA, which is United States Practical Shooting Association, which is basically just a run and gun. There's not that many rules. And IDPA, which is International Defensive Pistol Association, which has a lot more rules. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. We're not gonna get in the middle. So to go shoot IDPA, let's say you carry a gun. This is your inside the waistband carry. Whatever gun you carry, especially if you go to local match, don't really worry about actual divisions and whatnot. It's really not that important. But if you have this, and you have a magazine pouch with for two magazines, like whatever the hell, Black Hawk or whatever that is, something like this, you're all set. Okay, you need a concealment garment, but if you use inside the waistband, you can literally use your shirt and draw just like when you kid. Now, when you get a little bit more professional, you want to be a little more competitive, then you're gonna get yourself something like this. This is a Comtag. I really love Comtag's holsters, really nice holsters. This is set up for IDPA. There's no offset, none of that, no balls hanger. Your gun needs to be like this. Another thing that you need a sturdy belt. Okay. I highly recommend something like Core Essential or Next Belt, something like that with a liner. Those are really awesome belts. A lot of places require you to have a hat. Regardless, it's not a bad idea to have a hat. And then obviously you need a concealment garment. So I have a little fishing vest. I have no idea what it is, but that's what I use. And or you can use old shirt, anything over this. Local competition is not that big of a deal. Obviously you need a gun. You need a clean rap sheet so you can have a gun. And you need ammo. So your regular ball plinking ammo for the IDPA, almost any, even a white box, with just a white box, all of it will work just fine. Secondly, some competitions, rarely, you can't, like for example, place we shoot, believe it or not, you can come and you can wear the gun on you. If that's the gun that you're gonna shoot in a competition, you can have it on you. It can be hot, and it can stay hot during the whole competition. Our club, believe it or not, we run the hot match. Everybody stays topped off. You do administrative load, which means your gun stays in the holster, and you can reload. Just swap the magazine. You don't draw the gun. You draw the gun upon arrow tells you at the beginning of the stage. Most of the competitions, regardless what you shoot, you're gonna have to come. They have a cold range, so you have to come with a gun in some kind of case like this. Also, keep in mind you're traveling across the state lines. There's certain laws you need to follow as well. But generally, they're gonna have a safe table where you're able to take the gun out of the case. Safe table's got no live ammunition, so leave your loaded magazine someplace else. You can bring an empty magazine if you want to practice, but that's the place where you're going to take the gun out, you're going to put it in your holster, you're going to cycle, whatever, mess with it. Once you leave that area, gun stays in the holster, you're not touching it. That's the basics of IDPA. Now, USPSA gets a little bit more difficult. Now, generally, you can use inside the waistband holster. Some places might be frowned upon, but you know, it doesn't really make you a whole lot of competitive. So you really want to start with something like this, okay? Nice outside the waistband holster. Pretty much any one of them that holds the gun securely will work. Something like this for the magazine pouches works just fine. But for the USPSA, you want to have at least two sets of these, because you want at least 4 mags on a belt, 1 in the gun, and maybe just in case have 1 or 2 in the pockets, because it's a little more shooting going on. So that's how you start. Second thing, Comtag makes these. I use these for IDPA, but you can put them on the belt for USPSA as well. They have this really nice gizmo you adjust for the width of your belt. I recommend at least 1.5 inch belt. These are really nice. You can use them for either or. Okay. So that's pretty much all you need. Even if you go shoot USPSA, you're not gonna be unprepared with a holster like this, and let's say 4 of these or 2 of these, you'll be fine. IDPA 3 mags is all you need. The USPSA, I suggest 5+ at least. Still, you're gonna have to come with a cold range. You're gonna have to have a gun bag like this and put it on the safe table. Now let's get a little more involved. Now, I'm a big fan of Safariland. One of the reasons why I'm a big fan, I'm a cheap bastard. Usually when you sign up for IDPA, I think even the USPSA, a lot of times they'll give you a discount code for the Safariland. Safariland is a big supporter of the sport. So none of the equipment I bought from the Safariland, I never ever paid the full price. Okay, at least once a year they have a big sale from 30 to 40% off. So sign up on their mailing list and get on that. So these belts are 2 parts. You got an inner with a soft loop that goes in your pants, in your loops, and then this that has an actual hook goes on the outside. This one's been modified with a little ratcheting system. I showed that before. And these are all Safariland. These are the ELS system, you know, so you can take these out, and if I go shoot 3 gun or I'm gonna shoot limited, I can reposition them someplace else. So these are nice. Double Alpha Academy, you can buy them over at the Shooters Connection. They sell CR belts and their mag pouches, good stuff. These are just a little more economical, okay? This I actually bought at a Shooters Connection. This is the Balls hanger and the Red Hill Tactical holster for X5. Now, Comtech and Blade Tech, they have their offsets as well. Something like this, made out of plastic. They're garbage. Don't waste your money on that. Can you see how holster sits? It doesn't bend over, nothing, and that's the way it sits on your body. The gun never tilts. It doesn't go like this. No, it sits straight up. So don't waste your money on anything else. You get a Boss hanger. I think Red Hill Tactical makes similar offset as well. Okay. Now, another good thing is this is the, I forgot the name. One's ELS and one's equipment. It's a similar system, but it's for basically for the pistol holders, so you can fairly easily, of course not fairly easily, take the holster off and swap it with another holster. Now I love these holsters. These are the GLS holster. I have 2 separate ones. They fit almost all my guns, and 90% of the guns you're gonna come in contact with a little adjustments of the screw. They check them out. I think I have a video somewhere on it as well. Really awesome. Again, this is a Safariland holster. I went for the black because this one was, I think this one was set up for the production. The other one was more a 3 gun and a limited. But I also have, you can buy these. I'm gonna say I bought this on eBay. What is this? Black Scorpion. Essentially the same thing. You have an inner belt. Actually like this a little better. This inner belt is a little stiffer, and you have an outer belt that's quite stiff. This is set up for my revolver with the, what is this? I forgot what's it called. Speed bees, yeah, magnetic moon clip holders, and these use a Blade Tech holders. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of Blade Tech unless you use them like in the IDPA, when you use them on when you don't have an inner and outer belt, because they take out a lot of real estate. So some people glue pieces of Velcro over here to get across, you know, so it still holds. I only have these 2, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm okay with that. Now you're gonna come to a match, you want to have some kind of bag. You don't have to have a big fancy shooting bag, okay? Anything will do. This is a small shooting bag. Smith & Wesson, I think we got this at the Indo Nationals a couple of years ago. Really nice, neat little bag. It even comes with little pouches for the guns. If you don't have a shooting bag, any backpack, anything will do. Anything that you can put about 100 to 200 rounds of ammo, your eyes, your ears. Hopefully, you know, I have a first aid kit and tourniquet and a couple of spare parts in it. Generally, you know, you don't need that. You're gonna be the match. There's a bunch of different guys there, so they help everybody's gonna be willing to help you. Okay, don't get discouraged. Biggest thing, don't get discouraged. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, don't think that, oh, this is stupid questions, I'm not gonna ask. No, you ask. I've been at the match. The guy was a major match. The guy, this was his very first match. Arrows were really not forthcoming because in a major match they're not really gonna hold your hand, and the guy wound up fucking up and DQing just because he was afraid to ask his fellow shooters. So you're at the match, you don't know what the fuck is going on, you don't know how you should shoot this and whatnot. Ask. Okay, don't ask, don't be bugging the guy that's next to shoot because he's probably trying to concentrate. But during the walkthrough and whatnot, if you're a new shooter, don't be afraid to say, I'm a new shooter, and let people guide you. I was at a local match, the new guy showed up, and he only had one mag pouch, you know, he had a holster, didn't have a concealment, and you know, the match director kind of wanted him, oh, just sit this one out, just watch it. And that kind of discourages the new shooter. So I was like, no, just put him on my squad. Somebody's got to have a SIG 226. Yeah, look, he's got SIG 226. Do you have a spare mag? Of course he's got a spare mag. Now you got 3 mags. You all said you can shoot the match. You stay here. You listen to me. You do what I'm telling you. And do what I'm telling you when I'm telling you. That's pretty much it. As long as you do what Arrow tells you or when they tell you, you know, you'll be good to go. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Have fun. Go have a blast. Go shoot. You'll thank me later. As always, have fun. Keep shooting.